Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another match in Heroes of the Storm. This time we're taking a look at Malthael, the Archangel from Diablo 3 series. So we are gonna be taking a look at this bruiser, and the funniest thing is that actually he has been added to the game all the way back in 2017, so along with heroes like Cassia and Junkrat and many more, which I have already covered. So the playlist is featured in the video's description, also at the end of the video in case you're new here. In order to actually explain what he does, I will be going over the build which I had on Heroes of the Fire but somehow has been deleted from the page, so I cannot feature it here. And in order for me to not try to tell you what the ability does during a heat of the battle, I'm gonna go over that right now. So if you want to, you can of course skip a little bit ahead into the match. So when it comes to Malthael, he and Gul'dan are the two fastest lane clearers in the game as of today. Malthael has to use a couple of abilities while Gul'dan is able to just keep spamming his Fell Flame and just use up all of his mana, which Malthael tends to be kind of hungry for if you tend to spam your Ripping Soul ability a little bit too much. And the biggest counter for Malthael tends to be Tracer. If you have an enemy team with a Tracer and you are playing Malthael, stay the hell away. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to not kill her, it's just really tricky to put that soul ripping ability on top of her, and it makes it a little bit more nastier, and she is able to run down your HP pool really quickly, so try to avoid battles versus her. When it comes to the abilities, we have a Soul Rip. This is a ability which from a certain range rips health from the enemies around you, which do have the Reaper's Mark applied to them. This is a trait which you need to utilize. Then there is the Rat Strike. This allows Malthael, if Reaper's Mark is applied onto the enemy hero, to close in the distance and deal damage. And then there is the Trout. This is a skill shot which you shoot out, and this is sort of a wave which manages to cover either minions or heroes, and then you're able to keep on combining all your abilities. The funniest thing is that actually Malthael is the best when it comes to dealing with tanks, because they have a crap ton of HP, and that health pool is what is allowing Malthael to keep staying in the battle. When it comes to actually the heroic abilities, there are the Tormented Souls, and then there are the Last Rites. Now, there are some builds which actually go for the Tormented Souls, but I feel like majority of the players will tell you to go with the Last Rites. So if you know anyone, or if you play yourself with a Tormented Souls build, let me know how that is going in the comment section. I would be more than happy to read all about it. As for the build, we are going to go with the following talents. So at the first level, we're going to go with That's Reach. So we're going to increase the rate strike range by 35%. Then we're going to go with Black Harvest. So apply Reaper's Mark to heroes for a total of 180 seconds. Permanently increases the Reaper's Mark duration by 2 seconds. So if we are able to do this, it's allowing us to keep sucking the health out of them for a little bit longer, and it's allowing us to stay in battle, because it's really weird with Malthael that sometimes you might see the player to actually leave a battle, go to the lane, clear out the minions, gain some health, and then return to the combat. It's really funny this way with Malthael. Then we're gonna go with the Cold Hand. So Soul Rip will slow down enemies by 20% for 2.5 seconds, and considering if the Reaper's Mark is applied, you are able to spam this ability and therefore keep slowing them down continuously. As I said, we're gonna go with Last Rites. So apply a death sentence on an enemy hero that after 2 seconds deals damage equal to 50% of their missing health. Enemies killed between the application of last rites and within 1.5 seconds of it dealing damage permanently reduces its cooldown by 5 seconds to a minimum of 20 seconds. So if you manage to put down last rites in the right amount of time, you're able to dramatically reduce the cooldown and theoretically be able to apply it even on another hero eventually. We're gonna go then with the Soul Siphon, so increases the Soul Rips bonus healing from heroes to 4.75%. Then we're gonna go with the Soul Collector, so reduces Soul Rips cooldown by 0.5 seconds and increases its range by 25%. And then at level 25, it really depends on what you go with. Plenty of people go with Angel of Death, some people go with Final Curtain, and then some people go with No One Can Stop Death. We're gonna specifically see what I will do based on the enemy team, and I'm really hoping we're gonna have someone who's gonna be tankier so that we can sit on top of him and really harass the living crap out of them. That is what Malthael and is great at, besides pushing the minions away. So let's see how much we can do. Unfortunately, when it comes to siege damage, Malthael is not the greatest, and when it comes to clearing out the larger camps, it's also not the best for you to do it solo, because you just might not be able to keep self-sustaining yourself. I know it sounds weird, but if you are doing the smaller camps, it's gonna be much better for you, but it will heavily depend on what map we're gonna get. So let's jump into the match and see how it goes, because I have been talking for way too long now.
Death is beyond your reach.
And we find ourselves on the Alterac Pass, and why the hell did I have to say that Tracer is the best counter for Malthael? Of course, friendly team consisting of Malthael, Lieutenant Morales, Chen, Raynor, Abathur, enemy team Deathwing, Gul'dan, Stukov, Li Ming, and Tracer. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun, especially due to the fact that we do not have one more person on the battlefield. So with the damage output of Gul'dan, Li Ming, and Stukov Silence and Deathwing, it's gonna be difficult.
Symbiote implanted. You augmented.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay the hell away from Tracer in order to stay alive. And I really hope that Abathur is gonna go actually for clone, and he's gonna be cloning Chen so that we are able to keep engaging the enemy. It's gonna be easy for me to keep sucking the souls of the enemy, and these minions are just gonna vanish in a matter of moments. So it's like a couple of seconds, and you can clearly see that I have been able to deal with the minions in a matter of moments. But when it comes to the siege damage, Malthael really lacks that something extra special. So it kind of ends at you trying to sort of harass the enemy like this. And when Tracer rotates down here, I'm not gonna have a great time because she's just gonna be on top of me constantly. So my goal is gonna be to stay the hell away from her as much as possible, but if Abathur is gonna apply his little head here on top of me, then I just might have that something extra special. I really don't want to push out too much, however, because Tracer, with her high mobility and her zoomies, she's able to just move around way too ridiculously fast and just run me down, and I definitely don't want to deal with that sort of BS. Okay, so we were able to kill her because I'm guessing it's not a really skilled Tracer. But normally if I play the matches where I choose what heroes to go with, and if I see that the enemy goes with Malthael, I go with Tracer just to screw with the enemy as much as I possibly can. Now, when it comes to Malthael, one thing which you have to be aware of is how mana hungry his Q ability can be. So be really careful on what you do regarding this, because you might end up losing a crap ton of mana. and eventually you'll find yourself without just about anything that's able to deal damage to the enemy. Okay, unfortunately, I kind of used my shroud here really badly. I tried to go after Tracer, but I should have just gone after not her at all. Like, at all. I'm really trying to, like, stay the hell alive here, but she is just annoying the crap out of me. So we're gonna go for the sippy cup. And as long as I'm able to somehow remain in this path situation where none of the two sides is able to get the upper hand, I'm fine. But yeah, Tracer is my freaking nightmare. And now we have the big ass dragon down here, so that's even worse. So let's try to stay away. Unfortunately for Deathwing, he has absolutely like the most horrendous siege damage ever. But I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to heal the living crap out of Tracer. And thanks to Abathur and the Lieutenant Morales, I'm alive. She almost got me there. I really don't have too much to offer here besides being able to like clear the minions and self-esteem from them. But if I'll try to go ahead and like go after the objective, is gonna be a little bit more trickier, all things considered, and with Li Ming's long-range attacks, it's gonna be that much more annoying. Okay, the dragon is back down, so let's try to harass the living crap out of this oversized lizard. You're able to see that I'm able to actually help run him down a little bit really fast, but now the Tracer is back on and we need to be careful because I don't know where the hell she is at. Trying a little self-sustain. Lieutenant Morales doing a great job there. Li Ming actually landing the shots on her. That's really awesome considering that the full team is almost here. Well, Abathur excluded because he cannot do that as of yet. But I'm gonna try to not do something so suicidal. I really just wanted to get into the minions and see what can be done there. Is it going to be possible to help Rainer push out here a little bit more? Gul'dan has the Reaper's Mark applied, but I don't want to spawn underneath the goddamn towers because that's just gonna be bad mojo for me. So, all things considered, we are able to see some decent damage output so far out of Malthael. We have the most siege damage just because we are able to clear out the enemy ridiculously fast. I really want to go and clear out these minions, but I also want to kind of avoid this oversized lizard at least as much as I can. Okay, I unfortunately walked right into the stun. Deathwing doing a great job at switching between long and short-range attacks. Actually, really great job there. Oh, fudge. Okay, we really need to be careful here because I almost turned extra crispy. So let's try to go with the last rites. We now have level 10. Enemy is 2 levels behind, so we have slight advantage. We're gonna go to the middle here and try to help Rainer. We should be able to do these scams over here. And because Deathwing does not have that much of a defense here, he had to pull away in order to replenish his armor plates. Okay, am I gonna be able to reach him or not? No, he got too far away too fast. Okay, Rainer is just really in the danger zone. I'm not sure what's the situation with Chen. And why is this idiot just standing in the mud? This is not some sort of spa day for you. Please don't do dumb stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna clear this out. Li Ming is gonna kind of harass me here, but whatever damage he's gonna dish out, I'm just gonna try to regain back. But damn, those magical orbs do hurt quite a bit. Okay, what's Chen doing at the bottom here? I need to be like kind of paying attention to the map. It would be awesome if I can grab this thing before the prison location is actually done. So let's see if we can actually heal off from these hyenas. And let's see if we're going to have a little bit more pressure applied to the mid lane there. So we're trying to do just that. We have that AoE damage. We have the Reaper's Mark. And we're going to go and we're going to teleport back home. I'm not going to use the CP cup before the objective is up because I might need to retreat to it. So I'm going for our objective here, and I'm hoping that my team is going to help me. I'm not sure why these guys are actually doing what they're doing inside of the mud baths. And we are going to try to get in to this objective. Now, this one is going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with, but we should be able to clear out these orcs rather fast, considering that our team is harassing the enemy team. And I really don't know if, like, enemy has a team who is AFK or a member who's AFK or something, but something weird is happening here. Okay? We need to be careful here. Trying to apply the mark is gonna be a little bit difficult. This is why exactly I kept the goddamn CP cup. So we're gonna go ahead and take it now. Only a couple of more seconds and we are to our goal. But now we have to go and kind of defend our objective there. So the advantage here is that Malthael is going to be able to apply the Reaper's Mark even from this location thanks to the Death Shroud. So I'm okay as long as that is the situation. And let's go after this oversized dragon thingy. And he's dead. So that was really stupid. He should have left. Chan is trying to go and pressure this situation here. Do a great job at slowing down Stukov. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Morales with that grenade did not really help that much. We could have had a kill there, but it is what it is. 9 seconds until we have the raiders on the map again. It looks like Rainer is trying to get also a camp in order to help push the lanes a little bit. And I'm going to try to go up here while Chen has the adrenaline rush applied to him to help them retreat or something, because the entire enemy team is sort of in the top lane there, so we need to be careful on how they're gonna rotate over to the middle or wherever they're gonna decide to go with. We really have to be careful with these goddamn orbs. Leeming is doing a great job at actually pressuring the living crap out of us. Stukov was able to silence me, so that was really bad, because my whole self-sustain was shut. Okay, well, let's see what can be done here. I'm not really able to do too much. It looks like Horrify has been applied by Gul'dan. Let's get rid of the dragon. Really, Malthael is great at the tankier heroes. If you have your Tracers, your Leemings, your Valas, your Lunars, whoever, it's gonna be a freaking nightmare for Malthael to do just about any goddamn thing here. Gonna be able to survive this? Yes, we are. It looks like we are pressuring the enemy a little bit too much for my comfort, honestly. So we need to get the hell out of here. So let's do just that. Chen should definitely try to retreat here. We are back. Don't be afraid to go back home. I mean, it's obviously necessary. The CP cup is better to be safe for some of those certain occasions. Rainer is pinging for help over at the boss camp, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Avatar is rotating here as well in order to help out, and we're gonna try to do just that. We're gonna try to clear this thing out, and with Lieutenant Morales's heals, sorry, I'm horrible with the names, we're gonna be able to get this boss camp a little bit faster. Really nice. I did not even have to use my soul rip ability because she was just healing me continuously. It would be awesome if I can grab the hyenas. I don't know, should we go for this camp too? It's a little on the nose, but it might just give us that little extra help that we might need to distract the enemy. I seriously think that someone is either AFK from the enemy team or something's going on. I don't know, like the matchmaker has been all over the goddamn place as of late. I have been talking about the massive exodus for quite some time, but then again, I have seen some high ranking numbers or higher ranked heroes with like level 1000, or hell, one guy had like 2205 appear. So I don't know. It probably really depends on the time of the day and when you are recording this. I'm trying to record this over the weekend so that I can feature something throughout the week. I haven't had too much time to do too many things, honestly, as of late, and from like the new job and everything, I've been just so freaking tired that I just simply did not have the energy to try and do something extra on some of these projects which I want to return to. So there's that. I don't need to stand in that goddamn laser, and I just got pushed the hell back, but we were able to grab the core. So yeah, it's really difficult to showcase like a perfect match for Malthael, but you were able to see that thanks to Abathur, that one time I was able to take out Tracer at the start. I was able to like take her out because probably the player was trying to get used to the character or something happened, but definitely still stay the hell away from Tracer if you decide to play Malthael. If you have any other builds, honestly, it's actually so shocking to see that Malthael has so many goddamn builds on Heroes of Fire. Maybe I will feature some of them in the video's description. They're not mine, but in case you are struggling to, let's say, determine what build you want to go with, if you don't want to follow this one, you can go ahead and try those. It will give you some sort of inspiration to try and experiment and see what works for you and what does not work for you. Malthael is a really difficult bruiser to pick up at the start. You're going to see yourself struggle a little bit. But if you watch maybe a few videos and if you pick up a couple of tricks and tips, you're going to be able to actually start mastering the character, and maybe you will be able to eventually make a video on him one of these days yourself. I mean, that's what the platform is for, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day I will be even subscribed to you. It's possible. Everything is possible. And speaking of that, if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to do so, as I publish fun content like this on a weekly basis. I'm going to wish you a pleasant rest of the week or day or whenever you are watching this. And hopefully I will see you all in the comments or at the next one. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye for now.